We have breaking news coming in, viewers. Congress MP Manikam Tagore is moving an adjournment motion on water leaks inside the parliament. He has shared this video, which you can see on your screens, and this is from the new parliament, I believe. And as you can see that there is a trickle of water from the roof, and he has tweeted about this as well. And Pratibha joins us now to read this tweet for us and tell us a little bit more. Pratibha, over to you. What's Manikam Tagore saying?
Right, Ankit. So this is the video that he has tweeted. This is purportedly from inside the parliament, and it shows the roof or the ceiling leaking and a bucket that has been placed here and a few people gathered around. So this is after the torrential rains yesterday. Here is the Congress MP Manickam Tagore's tweet. He says, paper leakage outside, water leakage inside. The recent water leakage in the parliament lobby used by the president highlights urgent weather resilience issues in the new building just a year after completion. Moving adjournment motion on this issue in the Lok Sabha. So it's expected that in the parliament today, this issue is also likely to be taken up, Ankit.
Right, Pratibha, thank you for that. Do stay with us. Niyamika is also joining us. Niyamika, how serious is he? Is he actually going to move an adjournment motion over this? Is it really bothering the MPs so much? Because it is the first monsoon of this new parliament. I'm sure this happens in most buildings, isn't it?
Well, yes, and if you remember, then the Congress party had earlier also questioned the BJP government regarding these infrastructural projects which are being there in the national capital. And once again, the Congress party is raising this entire issue as the Congress party's Lok Sabha MP Manikam Tagore has shared a video of the parliament, new parliament building, in fact, and also had moved an adjournment motion notice because he has demanded that there should be a specialized committee which needs to be formed in which each and every party member of parliament should be present and to investigate that what are the reasons that such kind of water is being dripping from the roof of the new parliament building, as this is a very serious matter. It is related to the safety and integrity of the new parliament building and the member of parliaments there who are being present there, and for that reason he is now demanding that there should be a specialized committee which needs to be formed to investigate the reasons behind it. Not just in fact Manikam Tagore, but also it is the Samajwadi Party leader and the member of parliament Akhilesh Yadav who has also shared this video on
Niyamika,
Twitter, in which he has also
we have
taken a dig
Pratibha also to read Akhilesh Yadav's tweet. He has also chimed in, I believe. Pratibha, over to you.
Ankit, and in fact he has brought back the argument that the opposition has been making time and again over the old parliament building. Here is what Akhilesh Yadav has said. It's in Hindi. Let me translate it. The old parliament was better than this new parliament where even the old MPs could come and meet. Why not go back to the old parliament at least till the time the water dripping is going on in the parliament that has been built with $1 billion of rupees. So he's talking about the exorbitant money that has gone into building, and of course he says people are asking whether water dripping from every roof constructed under the BJP government is also a part of their well thought out design or ... So he has left it with that, with the ellipses that have been put there, and he says that we should in fact shift to the old parliament building. That comparison being brought back by Akhilesh Yadav.
Well, Pratibha, Niyamika, do stay with us. Manikam Tagore has joined us on the phone line. Mr. Manikam Tagore, sir, what is your contention? And also, I'd just like to ask you beforehand, this is the first monsoon of this new parliament. Doesn't this happen in most buildings?
Yeah, this is a very painful part to see the one-year-old building leakage is happening in the lobby area of the parliament, where a few steps away from this leakage, Prime Minister's office is there. This is the area which the Honorable President, when she walks to the Parliament on the President address, this is the main area. That itself is like looking like this. What will happen to the structures of the Parliament? Why we are just taking it everything lightly? Why we are not able to address these kind of leakages from the beginning itself? It's a one-year-old parliament. We were
just a quick follow-up, sir. What is your demand? What do you expect now to happen? And do you think that this is currently the most pressing issue? There are bigger contentions, aren't there, across the country, especially rain-related?
People's issues are most important, but this is the BJP friends calls it as Mandir, in the temple of democracy, the parliament. In Mandir, there is a leakage. When Ram Mandir, there was a leakage. When Parliament, there is a leakage. These are all new buildings which has been raised. The main thing is that I moved an adjournment motion today. Hope that Honorable Speaker accepts it. and have a discussion about it and forms an all-party committee. Previous in 2010, if you go back to 2010, the old building, it was 80 years old building. Now it is 94 years old building. In that time also there was a leakage, and our one of our MPs from Uttar Pradesh took up that issue, and then Speaker Meera Kumarji appointed a committee of all parties, including Mr. P. Chidambaram, Pawan Bansal, and Mr. L.K. Advani. Therefore, this is a very serious thing. We should look at it in that serious view. And there should be an...
Mr. Manikam Tagore, do stay with us. You know, we've got Nalin Kohli also from the BJP joining us. Nalin Kohli, I don't know if you've heard Mr. Manikam Tagore, but he's posted this video and he says that he wants an adjournment motion over this. He wants all parties to come together and discuss. What's your say?
Well, I mean, I haven't heard what Mr. Tagore has said, but what I've gathered from your reporter is that there is a video which is expressing concern about some water leakage. Obviously, if there is a water leakage, it has to be addressed. And if all parties wish to contribute in a positive spirit to see how, these kind of things don't happen, I mean, that's something it's for Parliament, because Parliament represents India, it represents everyone. I cannot, of course, comment whether a political comment has been made against the government or not. But what I gather from your question is that it seems Mr. Tagore hasn't made it a political issue in terms of a partisan issue, and he seems to have raised it more as a bipartisan issue, that looking at the glory of Parliament and everyone being together there to see that the institution stands in the nature that everyone expects it to.
Well, I'll just follow up on that. Well, he may not have, but Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav has definitely made a political point. He wants to go back to the old Sansad, he says, because over there such a thing would not happen. What's your say?
Well, I mean, there are people who live in the past, there are people who live in the present, and there are people who live in the future. If Mr. Akhilesh Yadav wishes to say that his entire focus is going backwards, not moving further, that is for him to do so. So, I mean, then why travel in a car? One can travel in a bullock cart. I mean, after all, that's how people, 100 years ago traveled. So, I mean, everything has its pros and cons. But if you don't want to move with the times and you want to go backwards, that's a prerogative that only Mr. Akhilesh Yadav would have to explain.
Right. Nalin Kohli there and also Manickam Tagore, I thank both of you for joining us. Is this a storm in a teacup or is there more to it? We'll find out as the day progresses. Viewers, for the moment, we are slipping into a short break. Stay with us.